All right. Time now is 2:31 on November 18th. I am, I think, 36 days away from leaving Hong Kong. Yeah. So, wow. What? And I wouldn't say I wouldn't say exciting, or interesting or anything. But I'm still like thinking about the psychology exam I did yesterday before Spanish class. Just me hitting full mark. Oh my God. Like you can't you can't mess with a Hong Konger, can you? You can't do that. You just can't. Like if you mess with him, he's just gonna go real hard and study his ass off. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah. Anyways, I fell asleep. I went to bed very late yesterday. At around like 4:45 a.m. in the morning, and I didn't immediately fall asleep, but I did fall asleep eventually, and I woke up at around 11:50 for some reason, and I couldn't fall back asleep. So I just left the bed. So I actually slept for about 6.5 hours, which is not that bad. I'll take it, but it's kind of weird that I only slept for 6.5 hours naturally. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, today is going to be really chilled. I'm going to relax. I'm going to just play Minecraft, do review, watch animes and TV, and that's it. I want to hang out with people more. I said that I wanted to hang out with Natalie like maybe two more times, at least two more times before I leave, but we all know that that's impossible because she's always busy to the core. So I guess we'll hang out with her one more time and then that's it. Rip. It's not like it matters, anyways. It's not like it matters. Um, I don't think HKTA will call me back. I don't think I'll land the job. But if I do somehow, of course it would be great. But I don't think it will happen. So there's no point in expecting anything great or interesting to happen in the next 35 days or so. Uh, I'm I'm on my own, man. I'm on my own. Okay, right, informant. I haven't spoken to the girl, but one of the girls DM'd me on WhatsApp, talking to me a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna speak to her, ask her what it's like living in Santa Monica, and just yeah, informant. I'm gonna work on that today, and hopefully I also speak to Natalie a little bit today or tomorrow. It wouldn't even have mattered. And yeah, that's all for today. Okay, time now is 12:25 a.m. in the morning on November 19th. Not really in the morning, after midnight. Yeah, I'm tired. I didn't have any motivation to do anything today. Like, even though I didn't do any homework today, I didn't have motivation to do anything else either. Like album review, I'm just not motivated to do anything. I'm just tired the whole day. Um, yeah, I didn't speak to anyone, obviously. Um, well, Pink did ask me, like, another question about her homework, so there's that. But nothing important really happened. I haven't spoken to the girl yet. I haven't spoken to Natalie yet. No, actually, I did speak to Natalie, but her response is, of course, a lol because she's always busy. Yeah, I don't know, man. 35 days until I leave? 35, 34. I'm not sure. But, yeah, again, expressing the same expressions I've expressed, for the last few days, for the last few weeks. I'm not prepared for the US at all, and that is partially a good thing, because I don't want to be prepared. I want to feel something. You know, I want to feel something. I want to feel excitement. I want to feel hope, even if it's false. I want to feel the unpredictability of life. For the past 500 days, for the past 556 days, I have been following a set of strict rules. Every single day I live, I do the same few things: reviews, college homework, watching a movie or anime or a TV show, rinse, wash, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat. Recently, I started solo traveling, but same. And kind of, you know, I kind of want to break my mold and not follow this pattern because it gets boring. B, it takes the meaning of life from life. I mean, yeah, life is meaningless and all, but it makes life not fun. So I want, yes, I do notice that I have blood on my nose. Just ignore that. Here's the thing, man. I've been having nosebleeds for about 3 days already, so I just can't control it. Anyways, yeah, I don't know, man. Even though I don't want to be prepared for the USA, I will still do a few things. Of course, the informant. I need to find informants. I like to call them informants instead of friends. Like I just like calling people things. Like I never truly have friends. Like when I fought the war with Bernice, those weren't my friends. Linda, Jordana, Natalie, Jeffrey, they weren't my friends. They were my acquaintances. And now I do have friends. Zara and Miriam, Leo and Pink especially. Like they actually care about me. They actually invite me somewhere. They actually ask me like how's things from time to time. Like they are actually people who care about me. Even though we live separate lives now. Leo at Hong Kong U, cool. I'm at my own college. Our interests don't even intersect. I love movies. Leo doesn't care about movies. I mean, he watches movies. So our interests don't align. We don't work together anymore, but we still talk to each other from time to time. So I guess that's friendship. But here's the thing, man. When I befriended Leo in Form 3, I actually didn't really think of him as a friend. I only thought of him as a plan B, as a strategy. Because I wanted to get back with Jordana and Natalie and Cedric. So, yeah. But he turned out to be one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. So, there's that. Yeah, not much else to talk about. Informants, I'm going to need to find people who I can rely on once I have arrived there. B, I need to, of course, finish my Excel. Not Excel, my Google spreadsheet, and basically type out everything I need to know. So, in a sense, I'm almost over preparing because I have to write down all the recipes of all the Chinese foods that I like that I can't make there, that I can't eat there, but I can make there. So yeah, pretty ridiculous. Obviously I will have a bunch of stuff to do, so I want to buy Spotify Premium. I want so I still have a bunch of stuff over at that PC. A bunch of album covers, bunch of movie posters, like in my files, because so that I have an entire network of, not really network, but I have just a lot of album covers in one folder and a lot of movie posters in another folder. And whenever I do a review, I just pull them off from those folders, and I add them onto I add posters and album covers onto those folders again and again and again. So I need to copy that to my laptop because this PC is gonna burn. Okay, at some point this PC is just gonna die. It's on its dying bed right now. So I gotta move all this stuff to a hard disk, and yeah, I guess I want to buy books, just a couple books that I can read over there. I have mangas. I will bring these mangas. Okay, I will bring these mangas. I have to bring these mangas. Like I bought them and I don't take them to read them and just let them rot here. Of course not. I have to bring them. And also my diaries and my notebooks. I will bring my notebooks to simply to show off the kind of shit I study in Hong Kong. Yeah, that's all. One more thing, food video time. Now this is something special because I have right here a biscuit that is a face, and down here on the shirt says 走心了, which means I'm gonna go. So somebody gave this to my mom, and my mom gave this to me, saying that I deserve to eat this more. because I'm going to actually go. I'm going to actually leave Hong Kong. So this is actually quite fucking depressing if you ask me. So let's see how this guy takes. I shouldn't have eaten it like this. Alright, time now is 11:29 a.m. in the morning on November 19th. Oh my god, it's already the 19th day of November. So, yeah, nothing important happened, obviously. I woke up today at around 10:45 actually, and I thought to myself, okay, my phone alarm is ringing. I'm gonna just leave my bed, turn off the phone, and just go back to sleep. And then I realized, wait, why would my phone alarm be ringing for no reason? Turns out today is not a Saturday. It is a Friday, which means I have to wake up for math class. So, yeah, math class it is. Yeah, nothing happened. I didn't have any interesting dreams or anything. So, yesterday I actually received mail from school. The school. Not just any school. The school. So, I'm not talking about my college now. I'm talking about the school, if you know what I'm talking about. And originally I wanted to make a video about it, but it's probably nothing important. You know, just an invitation card for the graduation ceremony. And it actually is. So, yeah, I've been invited to the graduation ceremony. Again, it's the same invitation, so it's nothing shocking, right? Because Miss Hermes already talked about it. And, yeah, hopefully Leo and Pink go to the graduation ceremony. Because if they don't go, then I don't have to go. And I don't want to not have to go. I want to go. It is what I'm trying to say here. I really want to go because this is probably my last chance ever, and it's the closest thing that's gonna get me to graduation dinner. So just why not, why not take the chance? But yeah, if Leo and Pink don't go, and Natalie's not going, if Leo and Pink and Zara and Miriam, if they all don't go, then I go there and I'm just gonna be a lonely guy. It's just gonna be as if I'm not even there because I will have no friends. And yeah, so somebody I know, somebody I consider a friend has to go. Like Nick can't go because he's in the UK right now. Cedric can't go, duh. So yeah, but yeah, that's all. I'm also gonna like speak to the girl a little bit later today, probably. Just say, hey, I'm about to leave Hong Kong in about a month. Are there any tips and tricks and stuff about being Asian? Yeah, and then that's it. That's it. Yeah. I feel fat again. Like I look at my own belly and I'm like, God, wow, how did I get here? So tomorrow I'm gonna go out and do jogging and work out again. I'm gonna have a full sleep tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna go jogging and work out, and then on Sunday, obviously, I think I have to leave for church, even though I kind of don't want to. On Tuesday, I want to go out for an adventure type of video again. Probably to Central. I can't think of anywhere else I want to go. And being solo at the same time. I can't think of a place. So probably this Central, like Central District, which is a huge place. Quick food video here. I have right here cheesecake. And part of me wants to just use my own hands, grab the cake, and bite it like a pizza. But I'm not exactly in the mood for that. But I hope sometime in the future, I'm just gonna go wild, go crazy, and just use my hands, grab the cheesecake, look at the camera, and go, cheesecake! And do this. And it would be the most enjoyable and funny thing ever. All right, time now is 11:40 p.m. Nothing important happened. So this morning I actually puffed up my chest and WhatsApped the girl who DM'd me in WhatsApp a little while ago, a month ago, and I asked her if there are anything I need to know when it comes to living in Santa Monica, and she read my messages and just ignored me. Which uh I don't know what to say. I mean, maybe I don't want to overthink this. Maybe she's busy, but then there's also a possibility that she just thinks I'm a creep for DMing her. Um I don't know, but at least I tried, so that's what matters. I spoke to Pink and Leo about the graduation ceremony, and both of them said they will not go. So Natalie's not going, Leo's not going, Pink's not going. I am completely out of cards. Um, I honestly kind of want to go, not only because I may run into Mary there, and let's be honest here, even if I run into Mary there, um, it wouldn't have made much of a difference. Like I would try to speak to her definitely, but I'm gonna leave like it's there's no point in speaking to her anymore. But another reason why I want to return is because I don't know, just one last time. Even though that final salute was really really good, like it feels conclusive. But I just want to return like in the inside just to look around, I guess. Um, so of course, people like Hans and Hector are going, and Topher too because they have all the time in the world, and of course Potato Gang's not going because half of Potato Gang is in the UK right now, like Nottingham, I think, and a lot of other people are super busy. But yeah, and Zara said she's gonna go. She thinks, she thinks she will go, which is very cool. So even if like I go there and I don't know anyone like personally, like at least I have like Zara to chat with, you know. At least I can hang out with her, which is kind of sad because she's an outcast. I mean, she has her own group of friends, but she's also a bit of an outcast. But it's fine, whatever. It's just people, right? And if she's an outcast, a bit of an outcast, not a total outcast, a bit, only a bit, she still needs like friends too, you know? So it's fine. If Zara goes there, I can speak to her. It's fine and stuff. And Zara's also the kind of person who likes to like nose around and just have fun and play around. So that's gonna be cool because with her around, I may actually be able to sneak around the school. Look, Zara used to be the head prefect of the whole damn school, and she's also a very playful, fun person. So she might have the authority to access the entire friggin' campus. So if I follow her around, I may be able to have access throughout the entire friggin' campus as well. Um, yeah, that's all. I'm actually a little bit late. I just spent a lot of time doing Spanish homework. I haven't received any calls from HKTA. Honestly, I don't think they will call me back, which is sad, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's all. Hopefully the girl replies to me, but I feel like she's just busy, right? I feel like she's just busy and was like, okay, I'll answer later, and then she forgets. But yeah, kind of sad that Leo and Pink are not joining. Very unfortunate. I mean, Leo, I understand. You know, he studies in Hong Kong U, and it's super busy. Anyways, tomorrow I'm gonna go out and go jogging and work out, and it's gonna be cool. Yeah, that's all. All right. Time now is 3:37 p.m. on November 20th, and first of all, I have a paper cut right here. Finally, a paper cut. We're entering the paper cut season again, which is very exciting. I'm happy I'm getting paper cuts. Actually, no, I'm not happy. Um, yeah. several things to talk about, right? So obviously the girl who DM'd me ignored me, so I'm just gonna choose to ignore her, I guess. God damn it. So I had a really really good sleep. I actually went to bed super late at around 4:45 a.m. And then I wish I could fall asleep a little earlier, but I went to bed at around 4:45 a.m. So fell asleep at around 5, and then I slept all the way till 2 p.m. So that's really good. And then yeah, that's all. I woke up and I had breakfast, which is spicy dumplings right off the bat, immediately after I woke up. Super spicy dumplings and chicken soup that tastes like water. So I only ate 3, I didn't drink the soup, and I'm drinking mango juice. And I just had another nosebleed, as you can probably tell. And I only have about 21 minutes left. There's a math homework that I need to finish, and so I'm going to try to finish it now. I already finished all of the questions yesterday, except for the last one, so I'm going to finish the last one. And yeah, that's all. So Zara said she thinks she'll go to the graduation ceremony, which is a great thing. I'm happy about that. For Miriam, she said she thinks she'll go, but she first needs to find a replacement, a substitute, because she has to teach a class of people, which is again kind of sad. Like I got 5 double star in DSE for English, and yet I haven't landed a single tutor job. This sucks, man. I forgot to make this video for some reason, but time now is 6:37 p.m. and about 3 days ago, or I think 2 days ago, I received a mail from the school. I'm not going to show you the backside because I'm not going to show you what is the exact name of the school, even though you can probably already figure out if you're a detective of sorts. But as expected, what's in the school are what's in the mail are 3 things. Okay, 3 things. So first of all, this is a piece of paper containing all the information you need to know because of the coronavirus and how this will go down. As you can see, it says here, Dear Graduates, 2019 to 2020 and 2020 to 2021. I'm from the former, so kill me, I guess. Right here we have a really fancy card. From here we have a very fancy card that I will not show you because it is an invitation card to the graduation ceremony, and the guest is going to be current CEO of Alibaba. Alright. It's fine. We're not going to shake hands. That's okay. And finally, this is the reply slip, which I'm also not going to show too much. I'm going to like fling it right here so that you can get an idea of what it looks like without actually reading its contents. Alright. But yeah, talk to Zara and Miriam. Apparently a bunch of people that Miriam knows will also be attending. That includes, you know, the usual Valerie, Nash, people's names that I've not said for a very long time because I kind of forgot about them already, just like they have forgotten about me. I mean, just I'm so unimportant, right? You know what? I'll go. Sure, why not? Even if there are no one there that are my friends, I mean, if Zara and Miriam go, that would be great. But even if I'm completely alone, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, I can still walk around and, you know, it wouldn't be a waste of time. Yeah, that's all. Alright, time now is 11:57 p.m. before midnight, and it is November 20th still. So, yeah, I don't have much else to say or talk about. Good night. I didn't do anything today. Did I speak to Zara or Miriam today? Oh yeah, I think I did. I asked Zara and Miriam who else will be going to the graduation dinner. Not dinner, graduation ceremony. But I already talked about that this 9 hours ago. So no need to talk about that again. I'm currently playing some Minecraft like right now as I'm speaking, even though it doesn't seem like it. I actually am, and I have no idea what to say. I don't know what to do in my whole informant plan. My entire plan pretty much hinges on that one girl who DM'd me, but since she ignored me, I need to figure out another way to go about this. Make a friend before I even arrive there. I know what to say. I did speak to Tom a little bit out of curiosity. I texted him saying, "When will you leave?" And he said, "This coming Friday." I said, "I see. I'm leaving on December 25th." And he's like, "Oh, I see." And then that's it. So clearly, he's not enthusiastic about speaking to me anymore, even though he, for some reason, invited me to a dinner with him and Marty and Nick, when in fact, I guess Tom just doesn't care about me anymore, which is fine because I don't care about him anymore. I don't care about anyone anymore, to be honest. I mean, Leo and Pink are good people, and I care about Leo and Nick. Leo and Pink are good people. Nick, I care about him because I've been friends with him for like 10 years now. And I mean, yeah, exactly 10 years. I mean, 3 years of primary, 6 years of secondary, 1 year of nothingness, a total of 10. And I care about Cedric. I mean, I hate to say this, but I care about Natalie actually. Like, if Natalie, you know, like, you know, go through hardships, like, I would actually have feelings, even though I wish I didn't. I wish I don't. Um, but honestly, I pretty much don't care about anyone. Oh, I care about Mary, certainly. But I honestly just it literally makes no difference. I did speak to Leo a little bit yesterday when Leo said he decided not to go to the you know the graduation ceremony, and he's like, and I asked him, should I go? And he's like, yes, you should. And I'm like, well, if I go there and none of my friends go there, it would be pretty boring. And he's like, well, it might be the last time you'll ever see certain people in your entire life. And I'm like, yeah, except in my heart, I'm like, it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. If I see Hans one more time, if I don't see him anymore in my life, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about him. Okay? It wouldn't have mattered. And as someone who's very sentimental and who really cares about people, I've learned to overcome that. I've learned to overcome the idea that people will be gone because that is the nature of life. People come and go in your life. People are born, people die. People die in a car crash, people die because of cancer. People leave you because they have a new relationship. People leave you because they move to somewhere else. People will always go one day. Friendships always end someday. Love always ends someday. Nothing lasts. So people have to go at some point in your life. And you just kind of have to accept it and move on. That's life. Rip. Um, but yeah, that's all I want to say. Happy days. Um, So I originally planned to go out and jogging today, but I actually didn't because I woke up very late. I woke up at around 2 p.m. and I left my bed at around like 2:45 p.m. So uh, by the time I finished filming whatever I wanted to film for today's YouTube, it was already too late. So I'm not gonna go anywhere. Actually, I'm just gonna stay here and do whatever. But you can't see my belly right now, but I'm actually quite fat in my opinion. Um, so yeah, maybe tomorrow I'm gonna go out and jogging, and on Tuesday I'm gonna go out for an adventure. I still have how many places do I still have that I want to go? I think 8. Okay, two of those places can merge into one. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go on an adventure with Zara and Miriam for one last time, hopefully. And for that, I wish we would go to uh, Thio and you know, friggin' uh, what am I trying to do? I don't know. Thio and the Big Buddha, right? So that is for Zara and Miriam. For Leo, I want to go hiking with him, so I'm gonna go hiking with him, and I want an extra trip where I hang out with Leo and go fortune teller hunting in Mongkok plus Chungking Mansion. So that already handles 4 locations that I want to go. Actually, technically 5, but 4 trips, right? The other 4 include Central, Tsim Sha Tsui, Sha Tin, and Changzhou. And my parents want to, or actually my mom wants to go to places with me for the final time. So we're going to Changzhou together. And no way in hell am I going to go there solo because it's an island far, far away. But for the other 3, I may go solo. I just may go solo. I'm going to go Central solo, even though I don't want to. But I'm just going to go there solo anyways. With the exception of Lan Guifeng, which is the drinking area, of course I can't go there alone. That's stupid. For Team Sajo, I can go solo, though I want to visit some museums. Though, at this rate, I've already visited tons of places on my own. So, if I visit museums on my own, it wouldn't really, like, it's not a bad idea. In fact, I kind of want to watch a movie on my own before I leave. Like, I want to just go to the cinema on myself, by myself. I feel like that's an experience. I also want to go to the supermarket and just shop food uh, with my helper or my mom. Know what kind of foods to buy, how much they cost, sort of write them down. Kind of want to do that. And yeah, that's all. What's the other place? Oh, Sha Tin. Obviously, it has to be a solo trip. I mean, it can't. If it's joint trip, that's totally fine. But I feel like it's better if it's solo because, again, there are like 5 places I want to go. It's super complicated, and out of the 5 places, 3 of them are like temple slash historical sites, which are boring as hell. And only someone like me would be interested in going to those places. And also, I'm gonna go to the hospital that I'm born in, which is stupid, but I want to. So yeah, after these places, I think I'm good. Of course, I want to visit Cyberport and that big Buddha and Tai Po, but honestly, I just don't have that much time. If I come back to Hong Kong, I'll do that. I'll visit those places, but I just don't have time now, and this is all I got, and it is what it is. Alright, time now is 11:04 a.m. in the morning on November 21st. I had a very long, vivid, and amazing dream, but it was interrupted by the alarm because we had to wake up and go to church. And I'm extremely tired. I don't know what's going on with me. I think I woke up at the wrong time. But I'm so I feel dizzy, actually. Even though I slept for about 6 hours. I still feel very dizzy. I don't know what's going on, man. I just woke up at the wrong time, is all. Oh my god, I don't want to go. I want to just sleep. Why can't you let me sleep? I'm so fucking tired right now. And the ribbon on my pants is coming off again. Fuck me. Alright. Time now is 11:52 p.m. on November 21st. Yes, I have a crispy, clear voice. Why? Because it's because I drank like 1.5 cups of Coca-Cola, which is a cold drink, which made my vocal cords very relaxed. So, yes, clear voice for the wins. Anyways, not much to talk about right now. No. Nothing important happened today. So I need to figure. Right, so this morning I was super tired and sleepy. I don't know what happened, but I was just extra sleepy. Like, usually if I get awakened by the alarm in the, like, without enough sleep, I would still feel somewhat sober. but sometimes I just feel extra sleepy for no reason, and today's one of those days. Anyways, left my home on my own because my parents and my brother left first. Arrived there, and after a while I left. Had a Korean lunch, and at that point I just didn't have a lot of appetite. I just didn't want to eat anything, really. I'm just not interested in eating any food. But I did have my lunch, and then afterwards came back home, took a shower, and I don't want to leave again. Because the original idea is that we're going to leave the apartment again for a Japanese dinner, except I don't want to. I have reviews and I have homework and stuff, which I've just finished a couple minutes ago. Yeah, so here I am talking about things. Nothing important happened. Didn't speak to Natalie. So the girl who DM'd me, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday when I spoke to Natalie briefly, where I was like, oh, should I go? And she's like, yeah, sure, why not? And then I also told her about my informant plan, and she said, maybe the girl's just busy. But anyways, I actually spoke to Miriam a little bit today. So Miriam asked me if both of my parents are going to the graduation ceremony or not, and I said no, of course not. I don't want them to be there. I want to be alone. Obviously, so that I can do whatever I want, say whatever I want, and I don't have to care about my parents. Of course, duh. And she's like, "Can you add a spot for me?" And the reason is because this other person, so there's another guy, who shares the same name with Tyrus, but is not Tyrus, but is also in the same class as Tyrus, which is B class, and is close friends with Jeffrey and Antison, So Tyrus the second, basically. And has the same last name as me. So he asked Miriam to leave her spot for him. So Miriam ordered one spot for the graduation ceremony, but at that point Miriam was like, okay, should I go though? Like, maybe I can't go. So at the end, Tyrus the second asked Miriam to give him the second spot because Tyrus the second wants to invite his friend. And then Miriam changed her mind and wanted to go to the graduation ceremony again. So she's asking me to lend her a spot now. So I'm like, okay. I actually, yesterday, I filled in the questionnaire already, a Google form of sorts, saying that I'm going to go to the graduation ceremony and that I'm the only person going. So I filled in again, and I also haven't handed in the reply slip, so I'm going to hand in tomorrow. My mom's going to take it to her company, to her office, and scan it and fax it. I hope she does. And yeah, that's all. So I'm leaving a spot to Miriam. And then I continued to speak to Miriam a little bit about, leaving Hong Kong and stuff. I don't know who started the conversation first. I think it's her. Yeah, it's her. She said, oh yeah, by the way, I'm leaving Hong Kong and I'm going to change flight in San Francisco and then stuff and things. And I'm like, oh, me too. I'm gonna go to San Francisco and Seattle and Vancouver and then to Seattle and then to LA and all that jazz, I guess. Yeah, and then we talked about how, like, there are still a bunch of places that I want to go in Hong Kong, like in Dai-O, which is a place that Miriam also really wants to go. I know that because she's mentioned it before. And also the Big Buddha, and there are also places like in Tsimsha, in Central, in friggin', Mong Kok places, So yeah, hopefully I can have a bit of a trip journey with Miriam and maybe some others to Dai-O and the Big Buddha and have fun, basically. Yeah. I also want to, I low-key want to show the Virgin to Natalie. So Natalie has a habit of liking fucked up shit. Like she reads some of the most messed up, or according to her, some of the most messed up doujins and hentai doujins, And she likes watching. She even admits it to Mr. P when we had dinner 4 months ago. Or yeah, 4 months ago. She was like, "Oh, I watched The Human Centipede. That's like the only movie I care about." And I haven't even watched that, and I don't want to. Because Natalie likes the gross shit. So if Natalie likes gross shit, then my version script, the script to the Virgin, should be like nothing in comparison. But still, I'm like, oh, should I give it to her? Should I show it to her? Because she's gonna think of me as this loser man if she reads it. Like, I do write some pretty hilariously suggestive scenes. Um, yeah, definitely there's sex in it, but it's more than that. It's even worse than sex. Like not even worse, like even more explicit than sex and violence. Like the contents of my script is even more beyond that. It is like mentally unhealthy concepts and borderline delusional occultism, which is actually even more dangerous to be shown in a film than like sex, because sex is easier to understand. And so I don't know, man. And it's not because it's fucked up. Like Natalie loves fucked up shit, but well, it's because it's just so wrong. It's just so wrong on a philosophical level, and it's almost misogynist until you realize what the message of the story actually is. And also, it's not complete, so yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go listen to some music, edit some Korean vlog, watch some anime things, go to bed. That's all. Tomorrow, so obviously I didn't go out for jogging today. I wanted to go yesterday, but I didn't because there's no time, so I wanted to go today, except I didn't because I'm super tired and sleepy. Tomorrow, maybe I'll go. Maybe. So tomorrow I'm going to have a full sleep. I'm not going to wake up early, so I'm not going to be tired. Second of all, I may have time. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, time now is 3:06 p.m. on November 21st. 22nd. Fuck. So I had a really good sleep. Slept all the way from around 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I'm a fresh man. So I'm still contemplating on whether I should. Is that blood? God damn it. Okay, so I'm still thinking about whether if I should go jogging / workout today or not, because tomorrow I'm definitely gonna go out for an adventure, because I actually apparently haven't gone out for an adventure for a whole week already, because time has been moving super fast for some reason. But yeah, anyways, even though a majority of people voted yes on having a Zoom meeting for Hong Kong Student Association on December 6th, but our president decided to cancel it and decided to hand over the presidency to another girl. So the president has changed, and yeah, that happened. And so yeah, I guess there really isn't anything going on for Hong Kong Student Association at all, other than existing, I guess. I woke up, I checked if I have any homework to do. I don't. For math and psychology, for math I have, but I don't need to hand in within the next hour because it's a Monday homework, not a Sunday homework. And for USA, right now it's still Sunday. Yeah, that is all. I feel good. Not in a sense that I feel happy, but I feel like safe and confident. A little bit, just slightly. Aside from me really wanting to make Conspiracies a short film. Pretty much everything in life right now is set and is safe in my hands. Like, there are places I want to go, and obviously Miriam also wants to go to them, so there's going to be more fun. I hope that I'm able to hang out with Natalie one more time, and yeah, I hope there's a graduation ceremony thing going, so at least that's something to look forward to. Maybe nothing's gonna happen. Maybe Mary's not gonna be there. Um, in fact, I don't think Mary's gonna be there. I feel like Mary's just not that type of person. But then again, you never know. But if Mary's gonna be there, I would be very happy, and I would know exactly what to say to her. Um, yeah. Finally, yeah, I'd like to hang out with Leo and Pink a couple more times as well. And yeah, that is all. So I have about 34 days left in Hong Kong, and I still have a bunch of places. Like, how many? 8 places that I want to go. Well, 7 actually, if you merge 2 of them together, which I will. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to Sha Tin. I'm not gonna have to go to Central because Miriam kind of wants to go to Central with me. Not really, but I want to go to Central with Miriam because Miriam knows a restaurant that's like Taiwanese dessert hot pot, which is really interesting, and it's in Central, so I have to go with her. Um, but yeah, that's all. And yeah, not much else. December is going to be super busy, by the way. Like, December is going to be unrealistically busy because there are just so many places that I want to go, and I will pack a bunch of those days together. And then there are like, I just want to go out in general. I want to go out and watch a movie on my own. I want to go out and friggin', uh, hang out with people aside from going on adventures. And I want to go to a supermarket and the market several times. Like, it's just a lot of stuff and things. But yeah, for today, if I have time, I will go out for jogging. Um, yeah, because today would be actually a pretty optimal time for that. But I don't feel as fat today. Yesterday I felt really, really fat, but today I just don't feel fat. But it's just an illusion. Running is always a good exercise to do. And right now I should focus on just getting in shape rather than building muscle. So there's that. Um, and yeah, that is all. Um, Not much else to talk about. So for the informant plan, um, I don't know how am I gonna get that girl's attention. So I feel like what I need to do is that I should go to the Discord server of the group, and in front of 30 something people, I'm gonna type in. So I'm going to Santa Monica about a month later. Is Vita lemon tea easily available in there? Because otherwise I'm gonna have to smuggle a pack of lemon tea here. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna say something like that. Obviously, I'm not gonna ask this question genuinely because I know people will not care about this question, but at least it raises something, and and I guess at least interaction will be created due to the act of me asking a question, even though I actually don't genuinely. I'm actually not genuinely asking a question. So a strategic, incredibly strategic, very calculated, many wows, and um, yeah. So if I can't really speak to anyone, my mom's friend has a daughter who also used to live in Santa Monica, and she wants to introduce me to her. So that may happen, and yeah, that's it. It's still baffling that 90% of the time when somebody DMs me, it's a girl. It's like I'm building a harem, but I'm also not because I'm the big virgin and I've never dated anyone. I'm like an comedy anime protagonist. Like I speak to girls more than I do boys. I don't know why. Like, I speak to Natalie, I speak to Pink, and Zara, and Miriam, and then, like, just more girls DM'd me. Like, 4 people from my college has DM'd me so far, and 3 of them are girls. 2 of them are from the Hong Kong Student Association. And, yeah, which is really weird. And then, yeah, that's all. Yeah, I would love to get a job from HKTA, but honestly, if I do, it's only going to be more hindrance because I'm going to be super busy and I probably wouldn't have time every week or twice a week to, do a tutor job or anything. So it's only going to be a hindrance in my opinion. So yeah, Godspeed to me. All right, time now is 10:25 p.m. on November 22nd. Yeah, so today was not a very pleasant day at all. So today I wanted to go jogging last Saturday, but I was too busy. So I wanted to go yesterday, except yesterday I was too tired, so I wanted to go today, except guess what happened today? Guess what the fuck happened? So I already have a few things to do today, but I still have the time to go jogging and go working out. I still do. Okay, oh my god. Why? Oh, Jesus Christ, my earphones just can't seem to converge. Okay, I'm holding my earphones, both my earphones and my phone right now in my left hand. So that I can squash the earphones into a more permanent shape unless it's going to explode and burst. Anyways, yeah, today wasn't a very pleasant day. I had several things to do already before I planned to go jogging, like filming and editing an anime review. And so at around 4 p.m., I wanted to grab my phone and stuff and go to the other computer to start editing my review. And my dad's in the bathroom, so I waited and waited and waited, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna edit another video first. So I edited an entire travel vlog, 27-minute long, and my dad's still in it. And my dad left at 5:20 p.m. He was in there for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And that is from the point I wanted to go to the bathroom till the point he leaves. So there must be some time before I noticed. So it's probably even more than 1 hour and 20 minutes. So afterwards, I went into the bathroom and I was in a hurry. And so the metallic covering of my shower head was broken because we've been using the same shower head for many years already, over a decade, and it's breaking apart. The metal sheet covering of the shower head is breaking apart, and so I was using it. I was twisting the shower head to change it to a smooth mode. Man, there are tons of things I've said in this video right now that makes no sense, but I don't know how to explain it. Because my shower head has 3 modes, right? If you turn it, at some point it's going to become 3 super strong high-speed beams of water. If you turn it again, it becomes a whole outer ring of mid-speed water. And then if you turn it again, it's one central stream of very smooth and slow-paced water. And I want the slow-paced water. And I wanted to get the slow-speed water. And the moment I twist the shower head, the little dial thing, my finger, my right hand second finger, was stabbed by a splinter. And it's not a wooden splinter, it's a metallic splinter. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I was in a hurry, so I did everything super fast. If I did things slower, maybe I wouldn't be stabbed this deep. But a small piece of metal entered my finger, and I didn't know what to do. So right off the bat, I grabbed a pair of scissors that are supposed to be, eyebrow trimmers, and I wash it with some water, and I start trying to dig out the metallic splinter, because what if it's rusted? Then I'm screwed. Then I'm gonna fucking die. So I immediately grabbed the scissors, and I realized that it's way deeper than I thought. So I grabbed a tweezer and I looked for some alcohol. I asked my dad where's alcohol, and he doesn't know. Like alcohol, tissue, alcohol wipes. He doesn't know. He finds a bottle of alcohol, like a bottle of cleaning alcohol. So I used that instead. And in the bathroom, I stood in front of the sink and I used a pair of scissors to dig, like a pair of small scissors to dig into my finger, into my skin. And minute after minute after minute after minute, I keep digging and digging and digging and digging. And at a few points, I wanted to give up. I wanted to just stop. I'm never gonna get it out. I'm ruined. I'm screwed. But then I'm like, oh no, wait. I think I'm making progress. I think the metallic bit, the black bit of that metal, is a little bit more black, which means that layers of skin are removed already. So I keep digging and digging, and there's blood coming out. So I keep, sogging it, sogging a piece of toilet paper, and finally I dug it out, and there's actually a small piece of metal. And then I looked at the clock, and it's already 6:30. I spent an entire hour in the bathroom digging my finger. So obviously, I don't have time to go jogging anymore. In fact, I have wasted a lot of time digging my finger and waiting for my dad to leave the bathroom, that there's a bunch of stuff that I can't do. So I just finished Spanish homework, and I still have to do I still have to edit a thoughts update video, edit a Korea video, and a plan for tomorrow's adventure. And I still have a math homework that I need to do that I'm actually going to immediately do right now. And then later, I'm going to have to watch a film. I'm going to have to watch No Time to Die, which is 2.5 hours long. So I don't have a lot of time. And I also have a Spanish quiz later. So, goddamn, goddamn. Okay, so here's the thing, man. Right now, I'm going to do the math homework. And then I'm going to immediately watch the film. I'm going to get some ice cream. I'm going to eat the ice cream while watching No Time to Die. And then afterwards, I'm going to take the Spanish class. And while taking the Spanish class, the quiz will not immediately start. So before the quiz starts, but during the class, I will study what I have to study for the quiz simultaneously. It only makes sense. Yeah, I think I have psychology homework. Fuck, I have so much homework. Why? I mean, it's not as much homework as before, as in secondary school, but still, it's so freaking annoying. There's a discussion thing that oh my god. All right. Yeah. So I have that to tend to, and I don't know if I have enough time to edit a thoughts update video. I'll try my best. Alright, time now is 12:26 afternoon on November 23rd. So I slept for about 6 hours. I fell asleep at around 5 something a.m., 5:15 a.m. I just fall asleep a little bit later every single day, which is bad. I want to sleep earlier. And then I woke up at around 11:30. So that is about 6 hours. And I woke up naturally too, before my alarm even rang. So of course today I have decided to go out for an adventure, and yesterday I actually hesitated because the Shatin adventure is actually quite complicated as well, just as complicated as the Toon Moon adventure. But this is also the only adventure that I didn't make promises with anyone to, and I didn't plan to have a joint trip with anyone with. So for every other places that I want to go, say Daio or the Daimo-san mountain, all these trips have to be joint trips because there's no way in hell am I gonna buy a boat ticket and go to this faraway island on my own, even though I've done like similar things already. But I've never been to an island on a boat by myself. That is just pathetic and depressing. That's where I cross the line, okay? Like, I like doing things alone, but if I'm too alone, I get sad. And so there needs to be a line. A line needs to be drawn. So I can go super far away to Pengsan and just walk through a trail on my own. That's totally fine. I've done that. But that's just crossing the line. Going to somewhere like an island by myself is just crossing the line. And I can't do that. I must find someone to do it with me. And then we have the hiking, which is I have to do with someone because hiking alone is dangerous as hell. But anyways, I didn't have a good sleep, but I had a good sleep. Like, the bed was really comfortable. It's the exact right temperature. With the thickness of my blanket and the temperature of the air conditioner, everything's perfect when it comes to temperature. It just feels real nice. But unfortunately, I had to wake up. And yeah, I'm going to do some homework. I'm going to review a movie, not even going to edit it. And then at around 2, I'm going to leave at around 3. So yesterday I hesitated. Maybe today I shouldn't go. Because here's my rationale. Here's my thought process. Probably a lot of people I know, Leo, Pink, Miriam, Zara, are all busy as of now because it's a couple weeks until their final exams. So obviously they won't be able to go anywhere. So what happens is that I think they're only going to be available for trips until mid-December. By then, I would only have 2 weeks left in Hong Kong. And how do I go to 7 different places within 2 weeks and not be completely burned out? I don't know. But then at the same time, if that's the case, then why am I in such a rush to go to Sha Tin anyways? So, yeah, but then I'm like, I haven't gone out in a week, like gone to an adventure, plus, I really can't go to like 7 places within the same 3 weeks in December. That's just gonna totally destroy me. So, if push comes to shove, I will go for another solo journey, ignoring Miriam and Zara or Leo and Pink. Or I will just cancel one because I just can't go solo. But then at the same time, I don't want to wait for that long. So yeah, December's gonna be packed. It's gonna be jam-packed. There's graduation ceremony. There's me wanting to watch movies in the cinema. I want to do that once in November as well. There's there's yeah there's the places, and then there's me wanting to go to supermarkets. I want to do a convenience store haul thing before I leave. And I want to buy books. Like, there are some books that I just want to bring there. And yeah, that's all. Like, and then on October 24th, on December 24th. So yesterday I had an epiphany. Not an epiphany. I don't know what word to call it. But yesterday, right before I go to bed, I have a thought. Not really right before I go to bed. Right before I fall asleep on the bed, I had a thought, and that is, I need to pick one final place to go to before I leave Hong Kong for a whole year straight. That is depressing. So what place should I pick? I've never left Hong Kong for more than 33 days. So this is going to be very distressing. So I had to pick one place that I think is the most important in my entire life. Um, and of course that is my bed. What is more important than my fucking bed? I love my bed. It's the best place ever. I sleep there, and it's super comfortable. But I can't just go to my bed on December 24th. So I'm gonna have to think about one specific place that's not too far away, that's special to me. And that's not my school, because I will go back to the school anyways on December 4th. And that would be a final, sound, sweet conclusion. Man, I really hope I run into Mary on that day. But then again, prepare to be disillusioned, prepare to be disappointed. But if Mary does show up, it would be great. And best case scenario, Mary and I strike a conversation, and we hang out like one more time before I leave. But that is just dreaming too much. Mary will probably not show up, and I'm going to accept that, okay? I'm going to move on and accept that. It's fine. There's nothing to worry about. And, yeah, that is all. I'm sorry, I've lied. I'm actually not born here, even though this is a really cool place. menacing. And let's eat that chocolate bar. Hold on. This is actually 2 chocolate bars, so yeah. Shit. Tastes good. But it's now broken off. Actually, I shouldn't have bought this. Alright, so time now is 10:59 p.m. on November 23rd. Yeah, wow, what a tiring day. I left a little later than I wanted. And yeah, I arrived at Sha Tin, and it was such a terrible schedule. Like, I feel like I haven't prepared enough. But I accidentally went into a Buddhist monastery, a Buddhist cemetery. And it took me like half an hour just to climb up the mountain and go back down. And then to realize that I went to the wrong place. It was a cemetery. And I couldn't tell because right off the bat, like after I climb the escalator and go in, it's a temple first. But everything behind that temple is just blocks and blocks and blocks of like cemetery of graves, basically. It's ridiculous. So went down and then went back up, and yeah, that was so tiring. And I was kind of late the whole time. I was in a hurry, and then there was the minibus, which took me a long time to find. There's a bus, there's a minibus, and then there's a bus. I went to the minibus stop, and it wasn't it. And then I went to another minibus stop outside of the MTR exit, which is elevated from the ground, and that's not it. And I had to go to another MTR exit, into a mall, into a second mall, and out of the second mall in order to find the bus stop, which is ridiculous. And I accidentally skipped one bus that can directly go to the friggin' hospital, but I missed it, and I had to wait for another like 5 or 6 or 7 minutes for another bus, and that bus just passes by us, and that's 80K, and then I have to wait for another one, and then the bus like went all the way around until it gets to the hospital, and it let me off on the wrong side, so I had to walk all the way to the right side, and I already ran out of time, so I had to walk all the way to Zhangdaiyou, and I only had like 5 minutes, so I had to walk all the way to Che Temple, and at that point I only have half an hour to check that temple out, and it was enough time, but I was like one of the last few tourists, and the sun was setting. And then, worse yet, the worst part is that I walked all the way to what I thought was Amma's Rock. I went there, and turns out Google Map was lying to me. It wasn't there. I went into some random village. I even went into 7-Eleven and bought myself soy milk and a chocolate bar, thinking that I had some ways to hike, even though my legs are already broken, because at that point I've already walked at least 7 kilometers. Yeah, and that's 7 kilometers, excluding the fact that I climbed up the mountain twice and went down twice, which is not the worst thing that had happened to me as far as climbing up and down goes. Like that one scout camp I had when I was really young, I had to climb up and down a mountain like 5-6 times, because every time I climb back down, or I come back down from the mountain, my dorm was on the mountain, my camping room was on the mountain. Every time I come back down, I'm like, oh shit, I'm missing something, so I had to go back up to pick up again, and then it's just a bunch of mishaps, but yeah, still, my legs are so broken. I also spoke to a lot of people. Like, Sha Tin is the worst place to navigate around. Like, I even find myself, I even find it easier to navigate around Tunmoon because the whole city is just bound by light rail, but in Sha Tin, it's a total frigging mess. It's full of tunnels and pedestrian bridges and villages that passes through different other villages, and I had to ask people where the hell I am. I went to a Buddhist cemetery, and I didn't know until a while later, and I didn't know where to take the bus to the hospital, and then the Google map trolled me, and then finally I had to walk around this network of pedestrian bridges to get to the final MTR station to get home. It's really overly complicated. But yeah, not much else to be honest. Pink spoke to me a little bit about how there's a guy in in her group project who is free riding, so that's very tough to deal with. And another girl in her group wants to tell him to the professor, but didn't want to take responsibility, so the girl asked Pink to tell the professor about the free riding guy, and Pink doesn't want to handle that responsibility because duh, it's not hers. So yeah, very complex, and I'm very tired, and that's all for today. I'm happy that I went to Sha Tin today. It's a shame that I couldn't actually see the friggin' rock, but I feel like even if I had more time, I would probably just give up because it's just so friggin' yeah, my legs are just broken. And also, I went to the fake Ama Rock instead, the fake one on Google Maps. I went there, the exact spot, the exact coordinates, and it's not even there. It's just some random village. So yeah, that's all. Yay. Um yeah, I saw 3 women on top of the Buddhist monastery when I arrived there, and they asked me to take a photo of them. So I did, and this is the second time that in one of my solo adventures, someone asked me to help them take a photo, and 2 times in a row too, which is really weird. But those 3 women are speaking a language, and I didn't know what language they were speaking. I'm certain that it's not Indonesian because I've heard Indonesian before, and occasionally. I'm sure it's not Filipino or Tagalog because I hear that all the time. I'm sure it's not Thai or Vietnamese or Cambodian or Laotian because it doesn't sound Dravidian enough. It also doesn't sound like Hindi at all, or Bengal, or Urdu. So I thought it's Burmese, but it's Nepalese. So I'm really close. Is Burmese and Nepalese like from the same linguistic family? Because if that's true, then wow, I'm super close. Sino-Tibetan, Lolo Burmese. But yeah, turns out they're from Nepal. So they asked me to take a photo, and then they left. And then afterwards, I went to another part of that monastery, and at that part, I'm like, I'm kind of curious. I want to know what kind of language they're speaking. So I went up to them and literally asked them, where are they from? And they said Nepal. So, okay. And they asked me, oh, it's not even Burmese. Oh wow, Burmese is entirely different. Well, I suck. Well, I suck. But yeah. But I asked them where are they from, and they said Nepal, and they asked how about you, and I said from Hong Kong here, and that's pretty much it. I feel like I've grown as a person. Like I'm not afraid to ask people things anymore, even though those things are not like that important. I feel like I'm way more confident now. I feel like I can just walk up to people and troll them from now on. So yeah, that's all for today. I'm tired. I'm super freaking tired. Wow. And I hope my finger is healing. It still hurts, but I feel like it's healing. Um yeah, that is all. That is all. That is all. That is all. Gosh, my legs hurt. Gosh. Um I haven't spoken to Cedric in a month, which is a long time. But I thought it was actually longer than that. I thought the last time I spoke to him it was like 3 months ago in my head, but actually it's only been a month. So I want to speak to him just to cheer him up, ask about him, yada yada. Can't miss out on a good friend. And I also want to ask Miriam and Zara if they are any free. I mean, Zara's definitely not free, but for Miriam it might be different. Same goes for Pink, because I want to go for one more adventure. Two more preferably, but one more is fine. One more adventure for November. I also want to go watch a movie in November, in the cinema, that is. So big plays, lots of money spent, and yeah, that's all. All right, so time now is 12:55 afternoon, um, on November 24th. So yeah, slept very well. Fell asleep a little earlier last night, which is really cool. About 4:20 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna try to sleep even earlier today. But yeah, twas good. Twas good. Um, had a good sleep. Even though I only slept for about 6.5 hours, I wish I could sleep more. But still, I had a good sleep. So yeah, I just had math class and it's already over. It's like it finished about 20 minutes earlier. But yeah, here I am standing. So I don't have much to talk about actually. Yesterday, right before I sleep. Okay, so yesterday I actually didn't watch a single episode of House of Cards, even though I want to, but I didn't. Okay. Because I didn't have enough time, so today I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna watch House of Cards. I'm gonna play Minecraft. I'm gonna edit and film a couple of album reviews. I have a bunch of homework to do, and tonight I'm gonna watch some anime. Yesterday, right before I sleep, I actually, not really right before I sleep, at around 2 a.m. in the morning, I spoke to Natalie a little bit, and, yeah, I didn't really have much to say or to talk about, and neither does Natalie. Like, we have reached a point where, like, there's nothing good to talk about anymore. There's something really depressing about that, but more on that later. Um, so I was like, wow, I walked nearly 9 kilometers today. My legs are broken. And then Natalie showed off like a little electronic painting that she did of Kirby, like the friggin' Mario Kirby. And she said it's very cut 3, and I'm like, what is a cut 3? And then she said cute. And then yeah, there's not much to talk about really. I talked a little bit about how I finished writing the last scene of The Virgin, and also I asked her something that I wanted to ask a week ago, but I didn't have time until today. And I said, "What's? Can you describe your experience first falling in love?" And she said, "It feels warm and fuzzy, and it feels like you want to be with them all the time." And yeah, I guess in some ways it is similar to how I feel about Mary, but also in some ways it's quite different because with Mary is that I don't feel warm and fuzzy at all. In fact, I feel coldness because Mary's such a stranger to me. Like I don't feel like she even exists right now. But even when she does at school, even when she's there, I still don't understand her. But I really want to be with her and I really want to understand her. And I also acknowledge the idea that perhaps Mary's not that layered or interesting actually in real life, in truth, but I still feel that she is very interesting. Like, I still really want to and understand her, and I'm just really fascinated by her. And then Natalie said that it's common for someone to be super interested, for someone to think that the person they love is interesting and super complicated and layered. So yeah, but that doesn't persuade me otherwise. I still think Mary is a very interesting person and probably the most interesting person I've ever met. And even though this may not be the truth, I don't care. For me, it's the truth and it's all that matters to me. Yeah, anyways, I had a dream, a very epic dream where I and Keith decided to fight to death with documents and lawsuits. And yeah, I also saw Natalie briefly in my dream. Um, yeah, so for the rest of November, so I am 31 days away from my from leaving Hong Kong. And there is, okay, including today, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 7 days left in November in Hong Kong, and 7 plus 24, that is that's 31 exactly. So yeah, honestly, for the rest of the week in November, I don't think anyone will be free to be able to do anything. I want to go out and adventure one more time, or at least hang out with someone one more time, but I honestly don't think anyone's free. So I'm just going to go out on my own, except I don't want to do any solo adventures for the rest of November for the next week, because I just, like, all these trips are better gone with someone else, you know? But then at the same time, I don't know if I have that much time in December. But I would be very pleased if I could watch a movie on my own in the cinema by myself in someday in the next week, maybe. Also, I checked the show times for the movie Drive My Car, 3 hour long Japanese drama movie that won Best Screenplay in Cannes Film Festival, that nobody ever talks about, but it's kind of underground, but people love it. Like, people who know about this movie love it. And I checked the show times and it's all booked. And most of its show times are in Broadway Cinematheque, which is the same theater, the same cinema I watched Parasite in about 3 years ago. And the entire cinema is almost full for some reason for December 4th. Which of course I can't watch it on December 4th. I need to go to school for the graduation ceremony. Yeah. So I'm gonna look into that. I hope there are more seats for Drive My Car, because I want to watch Drive My Car. I have to watch Drive My Car. I really have to. And apparently Drive My Car also has like a premiere before December 4th, even though it says that it premieres on December 4th. Actually, it premieres on November 27th in Elements Mall. And I don't understand why, but I'm gonna look more into it. I'm gonna want to watch Limbo, which is this black and white R-rated movie. I really want to watch Drifting, but I feel like I'll never be able to watch it because it's never gonna be on Netflix. Once it's off the cinemas, it's just gonna completely disappear, basically. And I feel like same goes for this indie black and white R-rated film that I kind of want to watch. I've seen 4 Hong Kong movies from this year, and I've watched 2 of them in the cinemas. I feel like it's time for me to watch one that's also in the cinema and also good. So, not also good. Finally, watch a good one. Alright, so I'm not going to talk too much right now. Time now is 12:15 after midnight. I have finished Spanish homework, which is great, and I've also played Minecraft, but I'm still out of time, so obviously I still have a whole chapter of psychology to read, which I will read during the Spanish class because I have no choice. And I actually haven't finished doing what I want to do for Minecraft. I'm going to watch a couple episodes of Mushishi, which I honestly don't want to watch in a rush, so I don't know, but I kind of want to watch it at the same time, so I really don't know, about what I want to do, but actually I was just thinking, if I don't watch Mushishi today, it's fine. yeah, it's fine. Because I feel like now is not a great time to watch an anime like that. Maybe I should just watch something else, or not even watch anything right now. Um, um, but essentially, December is going to be super busy because there are a bunch of places that I want to go. And I actually kind of want to go to a cat cafe as well. So my brother went to a cat cafe and then a maid cafe not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. And he's only like 13 years old. When I was 13, I mean, yeah, I had friends, but not a lot of friends, and none of that stable friendship stuff, you know? So the extent of my happiness and my friendship is the Disney trip during Christmas in 2015 when I went to Disney with Linda and Jordana. And even so, I wasn't that close with those people, anyways. And before that, it's Bernice and Cedric, and with Mary as well. And the extent of us hanging out is eating at friggin' Fairwood. So my brother should be grateful that he has such solid friends and that he's able to go to all these places and meet up with people all the time, and that he has so many friends that he has to make decision like whose birthday party should I go to today, or something like that, because when I was at his age, I couldn't do that. And my brother always complains, saying that, oh my god, my school life, so much backstabbing and lying and people trying to, like in my brother's eyes right now, he's basically what I experience. He's basically experiencing what I experienced when I was 11 and 12, and that is the idea that everybody's trying to be better than one another. It's a fight, it's kill or be killed, survival of the fittest, blah blah bullshit. And he's believing in that right now. I'm long past that stage. But he should be grateful if anything. But yeah, anyways, he went to a cat cafe, and earlier this year, I think at around March, Pink also asked me if I could if I wanted to go to a cat cafe with her, but she wasn't exactly like she wanted, but it isn't like a set appointment. But ever since then, I've been interested in going to a cat cafe, so I kind of want to go there like once in Hong Kong. I know cat cafes exist in Los Angeles, but I kind of want to go to one in Hong Kong, anyways. Another thing is since December is going to be so jam packed with events, I made another page in my Google spreadsheet where I basically write down all the places and things I want to go and do before I leave. And it's not like a bucket listing, rather, it's just like all the places I want to travel to, all the adventures, all the movies that I want to watch in a cinema, as well as just things that I have to do, like a convenience store haul. I want to make a video out of that. I want to make not a video, but I'm gonna have to have a final haircut at around mid to late December. So final haircut. I'm gonna have to go jogging and work out for the final couple times. I'm gonna have to go to the bookstore and buy books. I want to and I've yet picked a place to go to on December 24th as kind of a last place. So that is a very morbid thought, but yeah, it's going to happen. Fuck. What place? Okay, right now I'm thinking seaside. Simple enough. Okay, I spent most of my teenage years in this district, in the Island East district, and the most romantic and beautiful place to go to is the seaside. Duh. And even though I don't go to the seaside all that often, not anymore, if I want to go to a place that's so much heavier and so much more significant to me, I'd go to the school. But on December 4th, I will go to the school anyways, and that will be the final conclusion, unless I return for a short film, which is unlikely. So for the final place, it would have to be the seaside, because A, it's near my home, B, it holds significance, C, it's a romantic place to be, especially alone. Romantically alone. So me, I know. So I'm gonna go to the seaside, I guess. And that's it. I spoke to Miriam a little bit today. Miriam, out of nowhere, asked me today if I can write another name on my card. It's November 24th. So the deadline is a couple days ago. So I've already faxed that card. Uh, B, add another name? What? Turns out she was asking if I could add one more for her. But actually, a couple days ago, I already did. So I confirmed it for her, and she's like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." So that's pretty cool, I guess. And yeah, that's all I have to say right now. So I don't think I'll watch that many episodes of anime later. Instead, I'm just gonna listen to music and read that damn psychology textbook. Yes. And tomorrow is gonna be chill day. Not gonna go anywhere. Not gonna do anything. Um, very calm. Very nice. Yes.